Hey, heathens! I got two questions for our Judeo-Christian buddies. Fresh, cold keg. Love it. All right. First, for our Jewish friends. The Christians can answer this too. I mean, they think this is their background as well. All right. In the Old Testament, if you worked on the Sabbath, you were supposed to be stoned to death. Now, if you've never thought about what it would take to stone someone to death, here's what it takes. First, you have to gather up a whole bunch of stones. Then you have to gather up all the people. Then you have to throw these stones at this person until they basically bleed to death. That's basically how they die. They bleed to death. You can imagine how long this would take, and you keep stoning them until they're dead. Now let's take, for example, this story of the guy who was caught picking up sticks for firewood. And they ask Moses what they should do with him, and he says, well, stone him, kill him. He broke the law. On the Sabbath, these people, for this guy who gathered sticks, went and gathered stones and then threw them for hours, maybe? An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? I don't know. How long would it take to kill somebody if you were just throwing rocks at them? If you had a big enough rock and you threw it and you hit him upside the head, maybe you can kill him a little faster, but now, how much work would that take? Is that considered working? It would make more sense if they violated the Sabbath, that you would then capture them and stone them on the next day. That would make more sense, right? Well, but then you have to capture them, which means you're basically being a police officer, which is a job, and so you'd then be working. So then the police officer would also have to be stoned with that person who he captured and held. Which then brings the point of police. You then couldn't have police because they couldn't work on Sunday. And so all criminals would know, okay, well, we'll just do all of our crimes on Sundays and we can, we wouldn't be stopped. So working on well, now of course I said Sunday, I meant Sabbath. This whole working on the Sabbath thing kind of falls apart, doesn't it? Somebody's got to work on Sunday. Mainly, in the way Christians work, the preacher has to work on Sunday. That's his job. And he's working on the Sabbath. So let's stone them. Obviously, I'm joking. Don't go throwing rocks at the preacher if you're going to get caught. Okay, second question is basically specifically for Christians. Jesus comes back, right? Or comes, not back, but he comes to the earth. Who does he hook up with? Fishermen. All right. Now, I don't live in a coastal place, so I don't know what kind of pull fishermen had back then, but I got a feeling it probably wasn't all that strong. You look back at previous figures in the Bible, Old Testament, of course. You got Adam. Well, he was the first person. That was easy. And you had Noah. He was the only guy left living, plus his family. Then you had Abraham, who rises to great wealth and power. You got King David, right? King David. You got all these figures, and they're all these big people, very influential. Who is the Messiah that's supposed to return Israel back to power? Jesus. Who does he hook up with? Fishermen. Why didn't Jesus go to the other priests? Get in with them, hey, look, I know you guys have been doing this whole church thing, but watch this. Oh, look, I turned water into wine. Now watch this. Oh, this guy's sick. Oh, look, he's better. See, I'm the Son of God. I've come down to tell you that you're doing it all wrong. Here's what you need to do, and you guys need to start, telling all your people this. Wouldn't that have worked better? There would be no Jewish people today because all the Jewish people would be Christians. Coming from the priests, probably wouldn't have had any Muslims today, because the priests would have said that, yeah, Jesus was divine, we saw it for our own eyes. But no, these Jewish people doubted him. So why didn't he go to a priest? All right, not priest. Okay, how about this? Jesus had his 12 disciples, and he taught to some folks, but he really wasn't getting out there during his lifetime. He gets crucified and dies. And it takes 300 years before Constantine converts everyone to Christianity throughout the Roman Empire. So why not go to a ruler of some area? Rome would have been a good idea. Start the process a little earlier. No. Jesus sticks with fishermen. God just isn't a very good strategic planner, I guess. It's my thing. You guys have a rebuttal to that?